Applying Lean Six Sigma to services delivery. Tell me in 10 minutes. At your service, for profit. Few business leaders realize that the service sector represents more than 80% of GDP and is growing rapidly. Its economic significance is tremendous. In the average manufacturing firm, about 80% of product cost is down to support and service functions. Only a fifth of the cost is driven by direct manufacturing materials and labor. Yet providing services is generally inefficient. In fact, customers find that roughly half of most service and support costs are a waste of time, effort, and money. What would it mean to your organization to streamline your service delivery and reduce costs by half? Turning to Lean Six Sigma can bring profound improvements in quality, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. Combining Lean and Six Sigma. Most executives assume there must be a trade-off between quality and production speed, but this is not so. Lean Six Sigma teaches that acceleration can actually improve quality. What is more, when you simplify your organizational processes with Lean Six Sigma, both turnaround times and quality improve. Lean means maximizing process velocity. It improves business by providing tools for analyzing workflows, determining the cause of delays, and measuring and eliminating complexity. Any process that doesn't add value is eliminated. Six Sigma takes a different approach. It views defects as opportunities to improve and says that customers define defects. If you think your process is excellent but your customers find the results are flawed, that's a defect. Defects are caused by variation. Any process has a degree of inconsistency, no matter how tiny. Six Sigma uses data-driven tools to measure and reduce variation, increasing quality and customer satisfaction. Part of Six Sigma's success stems from the culture it promotes. It establishes an internal group of advocates, or black belts, who promote its goals and execution. Many companies find that the average black belt adds £500,000 or more to their operating profits. Ironically, for many years, Lean and Six Sigma were considered rival approaches in opposition to each other. Lean advocates said Six Sigma failed to address cycle times and responsiveness, while Six Sigma experts countered that Lean overlooked customers' needs and the problem of variation. In fact, the two go hand in hand, because speed and quality are often linked. If you study bottlenecks and production delays, you invariably find that they cause defects. Six Sigma is about attaining excellence in a short time period. It works with Lean, which accelerates improvement projects and attacks complexity's hidden costs. Applying Lean Six Sigma to service. Lean and Six Sigma both took root in the 1980s, when businesses focused primarily on manufacturing. Car manufacturers used Lean to optimize production, while the semiconductor industry used Six Sigma to reduce waste and eliminate defects. Not surprisingly, the first companies to apply Six Sigma to service were the support arms of manufacturers, such as Lockheed Martin, ITT, and General Electric. Six Sigma is based on these core ideas. CEO support. The top executive and senior managers must support the initiative. Resource allocation. The company must commit time and resources. The best results come when companies allocate 1% of their best employees as full-time proponents of the system, known as black belts or champions. Typically, another 3% undergo the more basic green belt training. Company-wide training. Ideally, every executive and manager gets Six Sigma training. Eliminate variation. Determine customers' critical to quality elements and use them in your efforts to eliminate quality variation. Use the data-driven DMAIC approach. Define, measure, analyze, improve, control. Lean is based on these core ideas. The goal: accelerate processes by reducing waste wherever it occurs. The benefit: reveal previously unseen opportunities to speed up production. Lead time: the result of dividing the total amount of work in progress by the average completion rate of tasks. Process cycle efficiency: this is the product of value-add time, time spent doing things that add value, divided by total lead time, the sum of all time-consuming elements, whether they add value or not. When value-add time is less than 10% of total lead time, your process is inefficient. Reduce work in progress for greater efficiency. Work in progress accumulates when delays occur in getting raw materials and releasing them to production. The cure is to create a pull system, so that completing one job automatically triggers the provision of resources for the next. Delays don't happen if necessary production materials are not provided till the previous job clears the assembly line. Make processes lean. Most processes are very unlean, with more than half of the work adding no actual value. Work done to fix mistakes is intrinsically unlean. Make work visible. You can't improve work if you can't see it. Work on the factory floor is visible, so it can be adjusted. Follow the laws. 5 laws govern how Lean and Six Sigma combine to enhance the quality of service operations. 1. The law of the market. Customers define quality. Make critical to quality elements your highest priority. This is also called the zero law because everything else rests upon it. 2. The law of flexibility. The speed of a process is a factor of its flexibility. 3. The law of focus. Some 80% of the delays in a process result from problems involving just 20% of its activities. 4. The law of velocity. Velocity in any process is inversely proportionate to work in progress. If work in progress is low, velocity will be good. 5. The law of complexity and cost. Complexity is the biggest obstacle. In the long run, it costs more time and money than work in progress or quality defects. The high price of complexity. Complexity is deceptively expensive. If your production and service cycles take forever and costs are high, chances are that your process is mired in complexity. For 80 years, companies have felt compelled to offer consumers whatever they want, creating a plethora of consumer goods, each with its own production line. Often simplification serves customers better. Consider some of the hidden costs of complexity. Customer inconvenience. Your customers have to deal with your complex system and its mind-numbing array of alternatives. Unwieldy sales processes. The sales systems supporting complex product lines soon become cumbersome, with complicated order forms, indecipherable invoices, and endless voicemail paths. Impact on management. Eventually, even your managers will find endless products and processes too much to track. As an organization becomes more complex, its management tends to lose focus. For most companies, reduced complexity increases profitability, so try some proven simplification strategies. Streamline tasks through standardization. Eliminate unproductive parts of your business. Reducing complexity is a competitive move that can make your firm more efficient and profitable. Voice of the customer. Gather and represent the voice of the customer, VOC. If you don't listen to it, almost everything else you achieve will be negated. The VOC can guide business strategy. Customers will give you critical data telling you whether your product meets their needs, which needs you're not meeting, which products are useless or don't work well, and where you stand in relation to your competitors. VOC can evaluate your product or service design. Does it meet needs and supply value? It finds solutions and improves processes. Including customers on design teams can help you identify product elements that really matter. It aligns the company's focus with customers' needs. VOC reveals disconnects between your priorities and those of your customers. Firms develop jobs and skills without consulting the marketplace. Instead, help employees see their roles in terms of fulfilling customers' needs. Six Sigma in your service deployment. Lean Six Sigma integrates with service operations in 4 phases. 1. Assessment. This stage is critical. When Lean Six Sigma falls flat, it's usually because the wrong champion was selected to represent the initiative, or the organization didn't fully support it. First, establish the executive champion who will lead the introduction of Lean Six Sigma into the service unit. Next, take a baseline snapshot, measuring your starting point as a reference for future improvements. Meet with the CEO and his or her direct reports for their feedback about previous efforts and the need for change. 2. Get others involved. Managers and employees must buy into the change initiative. Link it to the organization's strategic needs. Explain how the change will improve employees' working days. Influential people in your organization should welcome Lean Six Sigma as a means to greater personal success. 3. Mobilizing. Integrate Lean Six Sigma into the culture of the organization. Commission an executive team to supervise its deployment, dedicate resources, establish a chain of management for its adoption, conduct training programs, decide how you'll measure success, and determine your first wave projects. 4. Maintaining control. Avoid these pitfalls of Lean Six Sigma deployment. failing to share best practices with the whole team, failing to adequately measure results and adjust accordingly, losing sight of priority projects and not focusing your efforts, often by putting too many Lean Six Sigma projects in the pipeline, overlooking the importance of the people directly responsible for deployment, wavering focus. When the CEO and executives stop speaking about Lean Six Sigma's importance, attendance drops off and black belts stop going to meetings. With focus on the customer waning, employees slip back into bad habits. Lean Six Sigma will help your organization provide your customers with products that reflect what they really want, and to make those products faster. Ultimately, Lean Six Sigma will improve your products today and shape their design tomorrow. Use Lean Six Sigma to transform your organization into a true champion, a leader in an increasingly competitive marketplace.